she's already up, frying bacon and eggs and fixing grits and stuff. We didn't have a lot, but we had enough. That was Grandmama's way. 5 o'clock in the morning, she went to work. Sunday morning, she went to Sunday school and church. We'd be better off if we only searched for Grandmama's way. 3 o'clock in the evening, she got off. Sometimes she would find us with a cold and a cough. She told us everything would be fine. Then she boiled lemon, peppermint, and some chime. 9 o'clock, she made us all pray. Took the time to teach us what to say. Every night before we lay, that was Grandmama's way. Grandmama's way. Grandmama's way. 3 o'clock in the evening, she got off. Sometimes she would find us with a cold and a cough. She told us everything would be fine. Then she boiled lemon, peppermint, and some chime. 9 o'clock, she made us all pray. Took the time to teach us what to say. Every night before we lay, that was Grandmama's way. Today, if we only did it Grandmama's way. We'd be better off today if we only did it Grandmama's way. Sure enough, be better today if we only did it Grandmama's way. We'd be better off today if we only did it Grandmama's way.
Well, good evening. Welcome to St. James Family Worship Devotional Review. Today is day 31, and God is a caring Father. Psalms 103:13 says, "As a father has compassion on his children, so the Lord has compassion on those who fear him." One of the names used to describe God in the Old Testament was Jehovah Shammah, the God who is there. There's nothing like the presence of a loving, caring, and a compassionate Father. God is our Father, the originator and creator of all things. When God created the heavens and the earth, he had the family in mind. He created you to love you, care for you, protect you, and support you. God gets great pleasure out of seeing you and your family thrive. But some people can't fathom the idea of God as a loving Father because they never experienced having a loving Father in the home. Let me give you some sad statistics as it relates to fatherhood in the U.S. Because of the lack of fathers in the home in the past 30 years, there's been a 550% increase in violent crimes, 400% increase in illegitimate births, 200% increase in teen pregnancies, and 300% increase in teens committing suicide. More than 70% of juveniles in state institutions come from fatherless homes. We're living in an epidemic of fatherless homes. The home doesn't need another sperm donor. The home needs a father, a loving, caring, and a compassionate father interested in his children. Some men, though they live in the home, they're so absorbed in their careers that they seldom spend time with their children, and the effects become devastating. The children look for love outside of the home, and though the father becomes a tremendous success outside, in the home, he's still a private failure. I never knew the love and compassion from a father. I grew up in an alcoholic and abusive kind of home. I grew up getting in the closet on the weekends hoping that this dysfunctionalism would just all go away. I grew up bitter and resentful. I hated my dad. And to add insult to injury, I hated my dad 25 years after he was dead in the grave because I was bitter from the hurt and the pain and the shame. I made peace, though, over the years, and I'm all right now. And trust me, it don't hurt anymore. Let me end this with a story about a young man who was before the judge to be sentenced to prison. The judge knew his father and have known the kid all of his life. And as well as that, the father was a New York Times seller, best-selling author. The father had died when the boy was rather young, and the judge asked the boy before he was sentenced, "Do you remember your father?" The boy said, "I remember him well, Your Honor." The judge said, "As you remember him before you sentence, tell me something about your father that's clear to you." The young boy paused and said, "I remember when I would go to him for advice, he would look at me from his book and writing and say, 'Run along, boy, I'm busy.' When I went to him for companionship, he turned me away and he would say, 'Run along, son, this book must be finished.' When I needed guidance, I went to him. He said, 'Run along, boy, I got to finish my book.' So, Your Honor, you may remember him as a great writer. And right now, all I can say is I was hurt and my father was never there to help me." He finished his book, but he lost his son. God is a caring father. So from this day forward, consider spending time, loving, being compassionate, and caring to your children. Because just as God is a compassionate father, your children need you to be the same in the house. Well, God bless you and God keep you is my prayer tonight.
For sure. So now and for the foreseeable future, please consider staying safe at home.
Social distancing is a new norm. Everyone should embrace. Either 6 feet apart or you might be 6 below. Is the choice we must make in our state.